Thank you for staying with us. You are still watching East Central. Now it's time for our hot topic conversation. And today we are learning, because although freedom of speech and expression is a fundamental human right, we've also seen with the digital age a lot of controversy in the line of cyberbullying, hate speech, and defamation, especially in pop culture and against popular names and figures. Now joining us on the conversation, freedom of speech and cyberbullying, the thin line between them, is entertainment lawyer Kabir Adeyemo. Kabir, good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Kabir, now this is, I feel like we need to create a ground, knowledge on the topic.
Yes.
Freedom of speech, of course, very important, right? A fundamental human right. When does it become cyberbullying? When do we cross this thin line?
Okay. So I feel freedom of speech, as it denotes, is of course like the freedom of you to be able to like express yourself.
Yeah.
But and as a citizen of the country, by virtue of Section 39 of the Constitution, you have the right to like be able to express yourself anywhere you are.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a line. You are going to like cross a thin line where when you start saying some things, like sending threatful messages,
Okay.
or sending videos, posting stuff that is out there to embarrass another person, and that is violating another person's personal rights, and that is what is called cyberbullying.
Okay.
So interchangeably, they also call it cyberstalking.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, if we're doing something, posting something, saying something
Yeah.
to put someone else's image down, that's what we call cyberbullying.
Yes.
What if, in this context, what if what I'm posting out might be bad for their reputation,
Okay.
but it's also true?
Okay. I think that can come under for the defense, for the person that you are posting the thing against.
Yeah.
They could say you are defaming them, but if you're able to establish that this thing I'm saying about you is
It's true.
so why not?
Okay.
You have the freedom to like express yourself.
I mean, now, I talked about this a little bit, digital age, that has changed a lot of things, when people fought for freedom of speech, now it's an entirely different thing, with social media, My question now is, how do we regulate, certain things, especially when it comes to socials, because it's only cyberbullying because someone can come and say anything about anybody online, So how do you regulate that?
I'm not sure there's any particular ways to regulate it, but of course we have legislations in place already. We have the Cybercrime Act, which states specifically the things that you should do and not to do. That you cannot like harass someone online. You cannot send you cannot send messages that seeks to disturbing messages and everything that seeks to make the person having a fearful thoughts.
Yeah.
So that kind of situation can put the person in a situation where they have to like be panicking and everything. So those kind of things, it really cannot be regulated except our law is like dynamic and everything, and people are not really like exposed to how all these things work. Especially when you go to Twitter, you just see people.
A lot of comments.
Yeah, like people just like do their thing and everything, but people don't know where to draw the line between the freedom of speech and cyber.
Would you say that social media is the problem? I mean, it has done a lot of good.
Yeah.
But is this, because we're not talking about cyberbullying, someone being in their home and making comments about someone, and those people now are afraid for their life or, God forbid, suicidal, Would you say socials is the cause of this?
I'm not sure if socials is the cause of it. It's just the way we use it. So like socials is there for us, like be able to like contribute to the societal issues and to be able to like, of course you can contribute to like maybe a person's an artist's career or something. You can say, okay, these are the things that you are doing wrong and everything. But when you are prying into their privacy, saying that, oh, their mom used to be a sex worker, they used to be a murderer, like
those kind of things.
Yeah, you're already like crossing the line.
Let's talk examples now, because I think we've gotten established what these terms are and how they're used. Now let's look at examples. I mean, recently speed dialing was detained. I know he's now, of course, been released, and this was apparently because of the defamation. These statements that he made against Burna Boy, right? Of course, we see that, okay, he said some things that, put down Burna's reputation. And I'm curious to how this can, what's the word? Is that the extent to what law and how the right approach legally, to get him detained?
Okay, so just like discourse we're having, we have the freedom of speech. We can say anything we want, but there are lines to it. So I can't like say things that are facts that are known to like them, but like with the fact that are known to us, the social media users that saw the whole drama and everything, I think what I was able to decipher from there is probably the video that Speedarity like posted, which is quite threatful to say. So probably it's provoked Burna Boy to write a petition against him, and the police is there to like act on any petition that comes their way, they have the first point of call is for them to like act on it. They have to like invite the person and
and then
so
question.
Maybe that was what happened. Maybe that wasn't. So it's not
a
something
few
that,
days of detention is So now I know that a lot of times when it comes to defamation and these things, we talk more about the higher level. I'm saying someone like myself, if someone were to make a comment about this and that, what do I do legally? What's the next step?
Of course, just like the celebrities that you see doing all these things that people are calling them most precious. You yourself as a human being, an average citizen, you can also like take up your rights, like file a petition or probably report the person to the nearest police station or something. So the police, they do their job, and I believe.
Now let's talk about the implications of defamation. Now, because once people come online, people say this, another person says this, and things that they don't know. Even among popular, figures, what are some of the consequences that could affect them, their career, their image, even by making such comments or online?
Okay. So defamation can actually like be into categories.
Okay.
So there are ways. Okay, let me just give you an example. When someone just comes online or just goes to like the comment section of a celebrity and just started like probably posting or commenting like stuff that are not related to like their career or something, saying like things that are unfounded,
accusing them of things,
of things that they are not able to like prove or something, like that is clearly defamatory. But people online, like the trolls online, they see it as entertainment, and every other person will just see it as something to be amused about. Then the whole trending on Twitter and everything. Like, so like it's really like it's saddening to say, but that's the society that we find ourselves, and
my mind went to the example. Everyone knows this one, the Bobrisky and VDM, and this it seemed bigger than we were expecting. Sometimes we see these comments, we see these accusations, and it doesn't go very far. But we saw how, like, the implications, in fact, called the AFCC. And, I'm just thinking to myself, was that the right approach? Would you have done differently or advised differently on any angle?
Do you mean Bobrisky?
Yes, Bobrisky.
Like his court case?
Yes.
Well,
no, I mean with VDM.
And Faz?
Yes, and Faz.
Oh, okay. So as I said earlier, defamation could be civil and criminal actually. So when it is civil, the examples to that actually. So when I just say an example is when I say you probably stole some money from the company. And everything.
That's civil.
So that can be civil, yeah.
Okay.
So but in a situation where I call you a murderer. And
criminal.
Yes, so it can be criminal. So to the ear of every other person. So it has to be something that is said, not to you, but every other person gets to know. Then that's defamation. So I think their situation is something that is quite complex, and
I mean, I feel like we've kind of talked about this, but to establish what strategies like public figures, like we ourselves, can put in place to make sure that we're not going overboard, we're not making comments that are too far gone, or at the same time, if comments are made against us, we know the right steps to take. Are there strategies in place?
Well, strategies that are in place for like whenever you want to like make comments is for you to just get your sources right. Like so your source of information just has to like be very valid.
You have to be sure about the information
because you can never tell the person that will hold it against you. Some of these celebrities, some of these other persons, they get insulted almost every day, but they don't do anything about it. But like until one person does, like for instance, Enela Badmus, the other time when she has to like take it up against one online TikToker who called her what she called her, so like those things happen in our industry, and
I feel like a huge part of these things, you said something, you said we look at it as entertainment sometimes, we laugh about it. And
well, it could be criminal.
It could be.
Especially when the law
and it could affect someone's image.
Yeah.
But I'm not asking, how do we take accountability for it? And not only that, would you say that we, the users, sometimes are fueling these things? By the small comments, joining, adding, we say who add just under the comments on the tweet.
That's the whole point of the entertainment, because like you're already contributing to it, and it's the law is dynamic in a way that if you see something that is defamatory or probably cyberbullying material, and you share it, you could be be an ancestry.
Wow. So even by sharing, you better be careful what you're sharing. Absolutely. So be careful what you say, what you share, and of course how you react to certain comments. I guess my final question, of course, would be the industry as a whole. Do you think we're becoming more sensitive? We're becoming more aware. Barna doing this, Bobrisky's case. Are we more aware, more doing the right things more.
I think we are more aware more, like unlike before when every other celebrity just wants like be out there, they just want like their names to be known and everything. But now, like, you know, even celebrities are like are being conscious of the fact that they are also human. So them being human, they also have the right to like do certain things like as an average citizen, you know. So Burna Boy doing this is actually like, I don't know the fact, but like him taking steps to, you know, it's actually like better than self-help. It's better than self-help, trust me. Because self-help troop could be criminal. So like it's not the like advisable thing to do.
To take
so
laws into your hand and try to.
That's what I meant by self-help. So it's just better for you to like approach the legal authorities and let them take it up on your behalf.
All right, thank you so much, Kabir Adeyemo.
Nice
This was really good information. I mean, now we know these terms and we know how, you know, they matter and what role they play in society.